And, you mentioned there Western Sydney ministers. Where on earth is Tony Burke right now? On Sunday he warned of visa cancellations for anyone found to be flying the Hezbollah flag. Then he told police to report protesters who are on visas, and yet no visas as of yet have been cancelled. Why is he feeding the media dribs and drabs but not taking any action?
Well, this is what Labor does, Danica. For years I've listened to Peter Dutton say, don't look at what Labor says, look at what they do. And what Labor says that they're going to do and what they actually do are very often different things. The Prime Minister just simply is failing to lead, and it's no surprise that his senior ministers, particularly Tony Burke, who has a very strong Muslim community in his electorate, he's going to be very, very careful about not upsetting those people. We know that he's got the Muslim Vote organisation that are mobilising against him in his own electorate. So they are very vulnerable. But the Labor Party cannot have it both ways. They can't walk both sides of the street. This is a matter of fundamentally, what's right and what's wrong. Israel is a democratic ally of Australia, and they need all the friends they can get at the darkest hour. And they are not getting that show of support from Australia. They're not getting that show of support from our Prime Minister. There's not a lot I agree with Paul Keating, Danica, on many things, but on this I do agree with him when he said, you change the government, you change the nation. And over the last 2.5 years, I'm really sad to say that this country is almost unrecognisable to what it was. We've got absolutely fundamental failures on foreign policy coming from the Prime Minister and Penny Wong down. And what we are seeing is a situation on our streets where people can feel like they can act with impunity. And if people feel like they can act with impunity, then they obviously feel like there are no consequences. I'm very concerned about the protests and demonstrations that are going to occur over the weekend. This is a time when we should all be wrapping our arms around the Jewish community 12 months after the horrendous event of October 7. And instead what we've got is protesters hitting the streets in what could only be seen as an attempt to inflame division. It's just so wrong. And why the Prime Minister is not coming out and condemning this, I just don't know.
It beggars belief. It's just a day for the Jewish community to remember those, and it is being hijacked by people who seemingly want to celebrate such an awful, awful atrocity. Liberal MP Andrew Wallace, great to have you on. Thank you for joining me this evening.
Thanks, Danica.